For understanding poetry, the terms that you have already learned in the past module is necessary. There are also some other forms of terms that you have to understand. In poems, not each one, you will deal with plot, tone, setting, characters, and mood, just like you do in all forms of literature. But you're also going to learn some very specific elements of poetry so that you can speak about it more professionally. We're going to go over meter. Meter is essentially how a poem is paced. Meter is a very old-fashioned term, but so crucial to understanding the way that poems are represented on the exam. Rhyme is probably the most familiar element that you're familiar with poetry. It's essentially how we rhyme words together in sounds. Stanzas. Instead of paragraphs, we have stanzas in poetry, so you'll understand about the form of stanzas. What is an epic poem? A huge poem telling a story. It involves all of the elements that we discussed before. A haiku, quite the opposite of an epic, a much shorter poem, and usually coming straight to the point for something. A sonnet, you may also be familiar with this word. Shakespeare wrote so many, so did many other poets. But there's a very specific form to sonnets that you will learn. Terza rima is another way to create a poem. It's a very specific form, as well as villanelles and sestinas. Also, rhyme royal. After those very specific and rigid forms, I'll introduce you to a little bit more open form of blank verse and free verse. Those, however, do not encompass everything, and in our last unit, we're going to learn the additional poetic terms to understand for the exam.